Today, let's talk about art, custom framing, custom mats, and more. Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. I've been working down here in my Bat Cave today, and I am in the process of ordering art, frames, mats, all of that good stuff, right? And so I thought it would be an interesting video today because some of you have reached out and said, hey, Chris, can you kind of walk me through the process of what you do to do your custom mats? And I have to give all credit to my friend Dan over at Wayne Manor, Rocket City, who introduced me to art2frame.com. Now, this is a fantastic website. They're based back east, not very far from my good friend Eric B. Over at All Things Art. And the great thing about this company is they do really great custom mats, custom frames, and all of that good stuff. So I have ordered, I think, maybe 20 plus times from them, and I really find them awesome. I guess the only negative would be I wish they had more promo codes and stuff to help you kind of save, especially if you've been a customer for a long time. It's my only nitpick, but they do a really good job customer service wise, and they get stuff out to you quickly. Okay. And so I thought it would be fun kind of to walk you through the process of going to Art2Frames and then what it's actually like to get it in. What do the mats look like whenever you start to get them unboxed and all that stuff. And so I thought maybe this would be helpful to some of you out there. Again, I am in no means an expert at all, but these are just some things that I've learned from Dan, from other collectors. And again, I just kind of like the aesthetic. And I tend to do mats that are black on black. You might want to do like a white and black or a cream color or purple or whatever you want to do to make your art really pop. I collect a lot of black and white, so I wanted to kind of keep it that same, motif, basically black and white. And so I'm going to show you step by step of kind of what I do. So I'm going to take you to the Art2Frames website, and then I'm going to fast forward to whenever I get the package in, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are on the art2frame.com website. There's lots of different options that you can do. You can kind of scroll through all of these, but there's different customization, all of that good stuff. Well, the thing I like to do is go to custom mats. And again, that's just where I do right here. And I click it. And you are able to customize. You're able to customize the size, exactly what you want. And so I'm going to put some dimensions in here just to kind of show you. You do want to, put your final size of the actual frame that you buy, and then you're going to put your interior image size. Okay. Now, sometimes when you put the interior image size, it changes the outside. So make sure you double check that and make sure you change it again to what you want the outer size to be. And again, that's going to be the frame that you buy. Hit OK on both of those, and then it's going to let you have all the different options. Again, just make sure you check your dimensions before you check out to make sure they're correct. I have definitely ordered from them before without checking, and so I ended up with like weird size frames, or mats rather. So definitely check out what you're doing. So anyway, I usually do black on black, and there's so many different things you can do with your top mat. You can do just a singular mat. You can do double, triple, depending on what the size of your mat that you need. I usually do double mat. I do a black on top, and usually I have what's called a V groove. And so you have this V groove, and you're able to select different corners. Like I do like a stair step corner, but there's just all these different things you can do. So you can really decorate your mat however you want it to be. And I tend to have them all look the same, which is a lot of fun because then your whole collection kind of looks like it's all part of one thing. And so I do black on black. Again, I was inspired by my friend Dan because I think it looks fantastic. You can customize the different colors. I mean, there's just a million different colors you can do, different combinations depending on your collection. Like if you have a Joker print, let's say you might want purple, or maybe you have a Hulk print or something and you want green. It's just really cool to be able to do different things on this website. And then, of course, then you're going to go to checkout, and you can select your quantity and all of that good stuff, enter promo codes if there are any. I tend to never have them work for me, so that kind of stinks, but that is okay. All right, so it is a few days later, I think maybe 4 or 5 days later, and I have these in. And as you can see, they're in really nice cardboard. They've got the Art2Frame logo, well taped up. It does come with like an outer carton and then a full-size box. My box was really big here because I have a really large mat for a large Libramejo piece. It's going to be maybe coming this summer. So anyway, there is tape. You can just kind of untape it. Just be real careful. You might also have to cut it because there's a lot of different tape on this. But you might want to just take your time. Make sure you don't damage the mats that are below. But I'm going to use a knife here. Just pull the cardboard apart, and again, just be slow. You don't want to cut into the mat itself. If you cut on the edge of the mat, it might not be that big a deal, but you do want to just be real careful as you continue to do this. But they definitely tape it up really nicely, so obviously it's not going to move around. And again, that cardboard carton that they include is designed to hold these in place for shipping. So I've never had one damaged. I've never had one, I just basically have had no worries dealing with Art to Frames at all. And I have no affiliation with them. I just really, respect them, and I really, enjoy what they do. I think it's a really nice quality. And so basically, whenever you open up the cardboard here, you're going to see the mats underneath. You can see here I have that black on black, just like I showed you guys. This one has 3 because I'm doing a series of this particular size. What was it, 18 by 24, I think. But you can see it's 2 different mats. The top mat is where it has that special V-groove. And then the bottom mat is just kind of a simple mat, depending on what you want to do with it. But anyway, so this is kind of the way it looks for me. And I, of course, am going to show you some original art now. And I'm going to show it in this mat. Here we go. All right, so the art that I'm going to be framing today is this beautiful Lee Bermejo piece. This is a commission that I got from MegaCon. Now I had this one framed and matted already, but I took that one apart to do some work on some Finch pieces. And so now I need to mat this back up, but I had to wait till the mats came. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place the art down, and you're going to want to center it and get it all ready to go. And the main thing is the thing that I use, a little secret weapon, and it might not be something everybody wants to use, is painter's tape. This is what I use because if you tape the back of it and then you remove the tape, it's probably going to tear the paper. This will not, especially as long as you're careful. So I'm going to flip it over and show you what I mean. Okay, so here we go. I used a piece of tape to kind of flip it over with. I may adjust that, I'm not sure, but basically what I'm going to do is take the tape and I'm going to put it right here on the edge. Again, there might be better ways to do this, but this is just what I do. And I haven't had any issues. It helps keep the art in place. And then if I ever sell the art, I can just take this apart, no problem. But I just do something like this. Sometimes I might put extra on the corners just to make sure the corners are down if the paper's bent or warped in any way. I tend to not have too much art like that. But again, I just kind of try to get it close to the edge, just enough to make sure that the paper's held down. And then when we flip the art, beautifully in there, right? And then when we're talking about the frames, some people will get frames directly from them. Some will go to places, like I get mine from Hobby Lobby usually. What I'm in the process of doing right now is, like, most of those are either glass or acrylic, and I am in the process of trying to get museum glass for all of those frames. But I'm really happy with the Hobby Lobby frames, and every other week it's 50% off. So I find that to be a great deal. Again, you can go to whatever frame maker you want, but I don't want to spend a ton of money on it. I want the art. I want to spend the money on the art, and that's not necessarily the frame, but I want to make sure it looks nice. And I do like the simplicity of the Hobby Lobby frames. And so that's basically almost everything I have in my collection is from Hobby Lobby. And again, you might have a better recommendation, but this is basically what it is and how it looks like before you put it in the frame. Okay, so this is the particular frame that I get. This one is 14 by 18. This is the current graphic they have in it, but it's just kind of a nice tiered look on the frame itself. It's really nice. It does have 2 hooks on the back. Some of the larger ones have the metal holders. They always say don't hang with wire, even though they have the hangers on the bigger ones. It just doesn't make any sense, but I'm assuming they're just, they would rather you actually put a nail in where the holes are. But anyway, these have got the really nice strong holders here. These are the ones with like the tabs, that hold the art in. But this is basically what I use. So I'm going to take off the cellophane and I'll put the mat inside and show you. Okay, so here we have it all framed up. Hopefully this gives you a pretty good idea of kind of what it looks like. I just think it gives it a really nice, slick, finished look. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Hopefully this is helpful. And so here it is up on the wall. Sorry for the glare, but you can see that I've got some other pieces, and they're, again, all the same. They'll have that same decorative edge. There's my full-size Bermejo. Joker. And of course Batman, and I do have another one coming as well. They all look the same, you know, they all just go together really nicely. I've got another one that matches. This is my Ryan Brown original. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show you all of them together, show you what the mats look like all framed up. So I hope this little tutorial was helpful. Again, this is just what I do. I might be doing certain things wrong, and if there are things that you suggest, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. Again, I'm not an expert. This is just what I have done over the years to highlight my art. And it's even cooler whenever like I have art on the wall, and like I've got my Lee Bermejo art back behind me that I'm still working on. And, you know, Lee will message me and say, hey, it looks so great framed up, you know, like things like that. So I know it's really cool when other people appreciate it, to not just have art, not just to buy art to flip it or make a profit or whatever. It really shows that you really love the art. You display it on your wall. You want to be proud of it. And art has become one of my absolute favorite things in my collection. I look at it sometimes more than the statues. And so hopefully this helps some of you. Let me know if you have any suggestions, or let me know in the comments if it helped you with your framing custom mat journey, okay? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you're all doing great out there. Continue to be good to yourself and each other. Take time for your mental health and enjoy the hobby. I'll see you guys in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I just want to take a second to thank each and every single one of our incredible members here on the Batman Statue Collector channel that support the channel month after month after month. You guys are absolutely incredible. Some of you have been around since the very beginning, and I cannot thank you enough for your continued support and belief in this channel. And if you would like to become a member, all you have to do is hit the join button down below. And you might be saying, hey Chris, what do I get if I join? Well, that's a great question. If you sign up for the different tiers, starting with the lowest tier and on up, you're going to get early access to my videos. So if you want to see what I have to say, stuff in the Batcave, reviews and other things, you get to see it first before the general public does. And also, depending on what tier you sign up for, you can also now be a part of some live streams. So if you would like to interact with the BSC and have some live streams that will be on the channel, maybe you do that every month or so, maybe every other month, depending on your schedule. I would like to interact more with my members, and so that is going to be a lot of fun. And if you sign up for our highest tier, which is the Bat Crazy tier, you're going to get a Bat Box. So if you're a member for 3 months or more, you're going to get one Bat Box. It's a one-time deal, but there's all sorts of things that I'm going to include in your Bat Box. Stickers, lanyards, there might be slab stands in there, there might be comic books. Anything that I have in my collection that I think is really cool, I'm going to put in that Bat Box. And so every Bat Box is unique. Every single Bat Box is different. And so again, if you're a part of that crazy tier, you're going to get a Bat Box if you're a member for 3 months. And I'm also going to start doing monthly giveaways for things like stickers and lanyards. So if you want some BSC merch, you can definitely, if you're a member, again, I'm going to give those away. So all I need is your address to send it your way. But I'm going to start doing that monthly here on the channel to give back to you guys for being such an amazing group of people that support this channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. And again, if you're interested, all you have to do is hit the join button down below. And even if you're not a member, I just want to take a second to thank each and every one of you for just simply watching, for liking, commenting, and all that good stuff. So anyway, thanks again. Hit that join button. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.